Hi and welcome to part 2 of this series of video for the game Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. First thing I'd like to say is I'm a little bit disappointed in the reports and things I've had on videos and the fact that they don't seem to account for much at the moment. So I would appreciate a little bit more respect for what I do and a few bit more comments, you know. It'd be very nice, but if not, then that's up to you. But it's a shame really, because it's a good game and I work hard on these records. So okay, I'm going to go into the tournament mode. I've made a play here so I can use this to demonstrate. Right, I'll start with Anakin. He's probably your best bet for your first race, and he's the one that I always use to start getting all the winning all the races with. So as you do that, obviously go into your track. I will do the Mongaza Speedway for this one. Actually, no. Here we go. I'll do this one just to prove how to do it. Right, you have your winnings here. So the first thing to do is set that to winner takes all. So therefore you get all the money you can. So I would suggest you do it like that. When you come to this screen here, obviously start your race. Now, I like to set the camera there because it gives me the easiest options of this game. I find it easiest to race like this. Now, as you can see on the top left there, that tells you which lap you're on. In the middle at the top is your time, and on the right is your position. Below you can see that is your map, which tells you the what's coming up, so you can use it. See, I can tell there's a bend coming here. I didn't know because it tells me on the map. You can change that, and of course it'll also change the statistics of the things on the top as well. So you can change to that, which is a more narrow view of the same thing. Or you can have no map at all, and that is just to show you how close the other competitors are, basically. Or you can have this view here, which shows you basically where you are in relation to everybody, and of course the other thing is the time's moved. Now if I just pause this for a second, you can see there on the left here, this tells you the condition that your pod race is in and if you need to repair or not. In other words, if it changes colour or goes off green, then you need to press the repair button. You will also need to repair if your engines catch fire or you have any forward damage. Here is your speedometer, and this shows you your thrust meter, which basically in this case tells you how fast you're going. But if I now do that, set up to boost, what happens is that charges. When it goes yellow, you press the boost button and then you can boost, and now you can see that it's filling up until it gets up to the top. That gives you a clue to how long you've got before it will overheat, and if you do so you'll get an engine fire, and if that's the case just press the repair button. So that's the first thing to watch for. Now I'm just showing you the fastest route in this case for this track, so that's something I would be discussing when I talk about how to break records, is how to tackle each track individually. Because really there is no such thing as the ideal technique, you have to practice it for every individual track, unfortunately. Obviously you'll get used to using the controls and the slide and whatever to give you the best results. Should also help. Of course at lower speeds it isn't quite so easy to control if it's not as upgraded, it's not as fun, that's for sure. Okay, so obviously you win your race, so I'm not going to complete that because it takes too long, but you do win your race and then you get some money for it. You can then go to here if you want to or have to. I suggest you don't. I suggest you try and win as many races as you can, but if you have to, then you can go to upgrade or buy parts, same thing. Go into here and you can upgrade them equally, so you click here and upgrade everything evenly. That's what I suggest you do, if you want to. Or your probably second best option is to go here into the junkyard and just buy parts if you can that are again evenly spread, but you can then use the pit droids to upgrade that. So Right, I've got quite a lot to get through, so I think what I'll do is I'll leave that at the end of part 2 and then make part 3.